Hello everyone, this is Impulse, and welcome back to the HermitCraft server. How you guys doing today? Oh, guys, I gotta tell you, when it rains, it pours. I managed to get sick again. That's like the second time this month, and just when I said last episode, looks like I'll be able to get back on track with making videos and stuff, I get sick, and I can only think that it's just due to all the stress of moving. I'm still getting settled in, and there's still a ton of work to do. But oh my gosh, I'm gonna try to get through this episode anyway, if you guys don't mind my sick, congested voice and some probably rough cuts where I have to sneeze or blow my nose or cough. But we'll get through it. But anyway, as you guys can see, I've made some modifications. Some of them are a little stranger than others, but you guys probably, a couple of you noticed, I had that hopper minecart inside the soul sand and a regular hopper underneath, and that meant that when the pressure plate was, pressed down, it was going to lock the hopper, and so that turned out to not work so well. So as you can see now, there's a hopper minecart underneath, so nothing gets locked and items will fall right through. And also the whole potion idea just didn't really work out. I ran out of potion right away, dogs died, skellies collected, so I went with this really simple technique now, where they're just going to get crushed. If there's a buildup, they're just going to get crushed, and I just have to remember to, every once in a while check on my dogs, make sure that they are good to go, tails are at least facing somewhat up. If I do too many, I end up getting, new puppies born, and that's kind of happened a few times. I also dropped down these villagers. Remember, I had all these villagers stacked up in there. I dropped some down looking for more of these guys, these brown coat guys. I don't know if he's a farmer or what, Fletcher. It doesn't matter. I just needed brown coat guys to do the farming on the farms where I had villagers missing. So I went ahead and took care of that. Let's go down and take a look. Make sure they're doing their jobs. This guy does, he's picking up carrots. They had stopped. This guy was there, but he had stopped working because I had put in some doors for the villager breeder itself up there, and it kind of distracted him. Not really supposed to do that. It's supposed to be no villages around. Otherwise, they just don't work too good. For some reason, it's weird. But anyway, he's going now. He's doing his thing. Carrots are being produced. And then I brought one down in here because the potato guy was actually completely missing. So now I brought one in here. It looks like he is planting potatoes, doing his thing. And so we got our carrot and potato stock going again. And I had brought in a block right here to land him on when I brought him in, so I wanted to fix that. And then let's check on the wheat as well. The minecart that was going around collecting all the wheat. Hello, Discord. That's something I need to figure out. Sometimes Discord just randomly plays noises. I got to get used to that. For those of you who don't know, Discord's like a Skype replacement and a TeamSpeak replacement all in one, which is kind of cool. So a lot of us are moving to Discord now and trying to get rid of Skype. So I'm on board with it. I just got to figure out how to use it a little better and mute the noises when I'm recording, apparently. But that's what that beep was. Anyway, so I got the farmer going now, and it looks like the minecarts. Let's see if we can just go see. Hopefully the minecart is still going around. If not, I got bigger problems. And let's see if we see. Okay, good. Minecart is moving. It's collecting stuff again. So we should be good to go, getting into the hoppers there and bringing our wheat up as well. So don't really have a good way out of here. So good. Those farms are working again. Took care of that. Just a little cleanup. That's kind of what I do when I'm not able to record, or I just, I was too sick to record. And so, I'm just kind of chilling, playing some Minecraft, and just figured I would tidy up a few things that have been bugging me. And so those are cranking again. And remember, we fixed this pumpkin and sugarcane farm last episode. Hello. And it looks like those are still rocking. That's good. I haven't seen it fire yet, but you can see they're not all fully grown, and that was the problem last time. So that looks like it's good. There they go, right in front of our eyes. Perfect. Nice timing. I still got to fix this guy, but I really haven't been too concerned about the watermelon stuff because we've got plenty of watermelon. It's just too much of a pain to craft. And as you can see, I've been doing plenty of AFKing for bones. I mean, you can tell by my XP levels, and the fact that there's 3 lights on means there's like actually 5 layers of chests and hoppers going, filled with bones. So bone blocks shouldn't be a problem anymore. I don't think anybody's. Oh, look at that. Interesting. I got some more donations. Cool. I'll leave those in there. Hoppers are always needed. That's good. So it looks like, I don't know if somebody came by for, must have been slime balls. Must have been slime balls because I'm pretty sure I had more than that. Somebody's using some slime balls. But you can see the watermelon's completely full there. So I'm not too worried about that. Hopefully these start to fill up. Look at that. Potato guy is really rocking. Carrot guy is catching up. It's like a race. So who's going to fill up first? And we'll see if we got... Okay, good. Yeah, so this is going to. So good. It's great to have those farms going again. I really don't know what I'm going to do with these extra villagers. I'll probably pull out a couple of the brown coat ones in case the other ones go missing, and then I want to get rid of the rest, I guess, unless they have some really spectacular trades or something. But I doubt it. You never know. Never know. I could use another mending book guy with maybe a cheaper price or something, but aside from that, I'm not really looking for anything because I have tons of books, especially from fishing. And I have a lot of these books where it has multiple enchantments combined, and we're gonna do something with that in the iBooks store, where we have these kind of random books, and that's gonna be fun. And that's kind of what we're gonna be doing today, guys. I know we've spent 2 episodes already on the renovations to the iBooks store, so I'd really like to just get that finished up today. Got some great ideas for the interior. We're gonna get the actual book trading spots going, and just the interior nice and finished. And there's a creeper out here. Please don't blow up my farms. Not safe. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of creepers out here. We need to light this place up better, that's for sure. It's always scary coming out at night. I was trying to figure out what I could do here. Maybe you guys have some ideas for me. I want a way where I can just drop into my base. See a little skylight here? I could just drop in, or I could just ender pearl out. And you can see I have string here. I was just thinking, oh, I'll just look up and throw an ender pearl, and that's how I'd get out. But then that would just allow mobs to also come in. Yes, yes, I see you, Discord. I see you. That would also allow mobs to just walk in. So I need some sort of mechanism where I can just be walking along and fall into my base, but mobs can't. And I can also just kind of look up and ender pearl out quickly. That's kind of the idea. But anyway, all right, enough talky. Again, my classic talky intro. I just wanted to keep you guys updated on things that I'd done in between episodes. We're going to head over to iBooks and get started on finishing that thing up. So let's get over there. All right, here we go. We are back at iBooks. And as you can see, I've reverted the changes that we made last episode with the yellow eyes in the corners back to the white stained glass there, and the poll that was in the video actually had the yellow eyes winning slightly, but then based off the comments kind of made it equal there. And so I talked to my daughter about it, and she actually watched the video and said, you know what, I liked it better without the eyes in the corner. Gives it a little more minimalist, I think that'd be the word, look, which is what we're going for here, a nice modern minimalist display. And what I did do, though, and I don't know if this is just in the comments or what, but I actually made floating yellow eyes up there, and it's pretty subtle, which I like. And so it's way above, so it's up in the air and doesn't kind of interfere with the building itself. And they're just simple glass panes in there that you don't even see. It's inside the beam. It's just one single glass pane, so it's real small, and it changes the color to a yellow eye there, and then back to white, but it's shaded, you know, it's kind of in between white and yellow to go up, so you get a little bit of yellow there in the sky. And there you go. I think this looks good. I'm done. I'm done messing with it. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not asking for anybody's advice anymore because I don't want to change it back. But hopefully you guys like it. It looks like I did sell a couple more books, so we'll have to take cuts again. And looks like we sold 5 books here. So yeah, we'll definitely get those split up between me and Cub, and I'll get him his share. I've been collecting his share so I can make one trip and pay him in one lump sum. So I'm gonna be doing that soon. But I need to actually spend some of my diamonds because I started working on the ceiling down here, and as you can see, this is kind of what I'm going with. So a lot of you said, you know what, the bone blocks, yeah, the quartz looks better, but it's not worth it. It's so not noticeable. Nobody's really going to look up anyway that much. You might as well just go with the bone blocks, be done with it. That way this thing gets done. I agree. I still like quartz better, but I'm going to bite the bullet and just go ahead and go with the bone blocks since, we have them now, and it's a pretty good alternative for quartz. I agree with that. So we'll do it. And here's the kind of the ceiling design I'm going with. We're basically just going to have strips of lights going with the sea lanterns and then bone block strips in between that. And it's perfect because I took out all the torches on the ground here, and if you can see the light level there on the left, if you kind of walk around here in the corner, it never goes below 8. I think we saw one right here. where I'm just kind of in the corner between these two, but it never goes below 8, which is perfect. That's what I'm looking for, and that should keep this place spawn proof, and I won't have to deal with any kind of lighting in the floor. And I think these beacons might give off a little bit of light too, so that helps. So we'll see once I get over to here if there's any issues, but I think we should be good with this lighting pattern. The only problem I have now is sea lanterns. I need to get more of these sea lanterns. So I'm gonna grab some of my diamonds and we're gonna do a little bit of shopping. All right, guys, so I got some diamonds on me and we're gonna go over here into the shop here where we can buy some sea lanterns. And let's see, hopefully that we have some in stock. And let's check on all the guardians are still here. That's good. If you guys missed it, Tango and I were able to get Nemo back. I think this is Nemo. We're not going to see his name tag, but we were able to find Nemo. We had a live stream a few weeks ago where we caught him. He was hanging out in Python's base because Python, I think, had found him running rampant over there. So we brought him back up, and all the guardians are back in here, which is nice to see. No one's got it out since then, and so hopefully it stays that way. All right, so we have some sea lanterns. It's 6 diamonds per stack, and we're out of stock. Of course. Oh my goodness. I am going to I'm gonna have to either get my own or talk to those guys. Who is it? This is Iskull's place, right? I believe so. So I might have to talk to Iskull. And too bad. I was really hoping to get a few stacks of sea lanterns today so I could finish the ceiling. But I guess I will go figure out what to do there. I see somebody over there. I don't know who it is. But anyway, bummer. All right, well, let me figure out how to get some sea lanterns. I'll be right back. Alright, so luckily for me, I was able to meet up with Izuma, who went and made some sea lanterns while he was streaming and sold them to me. I paid him the same price, 6 diamonds per stack. He was able to get me 4 stacks. For some reason, I thought I was going to need like 10 stacks, but I only needed 4, and so we had a little transaction there. And now that I was able to get those, I went ahead and completed the ceiling inside. What do you guys think? It's nice that this place is lit up. I don't have to worry about any kind of creepers or any mobs spawning down in here, and it's nice and lit up 24/7 now, and it's real nice. So obviously the next step, if we're looking around, these walls are sticking out pretty bad. They need to be spruced up a little bit. Hardened clay, I'm sick of seeing hardened clay. I like the mesa, but I just get sick of seeing hardened clay after a while. So let's go ahead and change up these walls now. I got a feeling this one's going to take me a bit because I got a really cool design that Tango sent me, something he spotted on his Patreon server from one of his patrons, and I want to try to use it. I'm going to change it up a little bit, but I think it's going to look really good in here. So let me get to work and get these walls done, and I'm just going to do a big jump cut here because I don't know how long this is going to take me. So I'm going to come back when I have these walls done, hopefully, and hopefully you guys like it. So wish me luck. All right, guys, the interior walls are now done, and it's time for the grand reveal. Here we go, and there it is. What do you guys think? Oh my gosh, I love it. I love this. We're mimicking, of course, a bookshelf around the entire interior of the inside of iBooks with our giant books. I love it. If you're the patron that did this on Tango's Patreon server, thank you so much for the inspiration here, and I'm glad Tango passed this on to me because it fits perfectly inside of iBooks. So now I want to get to the next part. I want to do something with this guy here, the center. Remember I mentioned back a couple videos ago that I thought it'd be cool to actually make something out of it. Don't just be, an empty center column, glass column in the middle here. And so I want to add a special little feature to it. And I'm going to play around a little bit. Hopefully it works out. If not, we'll have to come up with a different idea. But there's something special I want to do, and I'm really hoping it works. So I'm going to mess around with a few things and hopefully come back with something really cool for you. All right, got the new feature in that I wanted to put in the center column here. And as you guys can see, we now have floating books going up the column in the center. And we're basically just recycling them, right? We're just putting them through the water here. And I didn't want to have to put that water in, to be honest. I was hoping that once we opened it up, they would just kind of fly out on their own. But they're getting stuck, so I had to put a little bit of water in to push them over. And they drop down into the system here. They get collected into a hopper and then put into this dropper, which is automatically going to fire them back out. So that should, in theory, reset the despawn time when that happens, because they're put into a container and then spit back out. And then they just go in a little loop here into an item elevator, which I've done a couple times now here on the server, and they go up. So the entire time that you are in the store, you're gonna be seeing these floating books just come up through here, and should be pretty cool feature to just kind of have them, floating books as you walk around the store. But you guys probably noticed a few things. One, right away, you guys noticed when I released this video that it's been a long time. It's been a very, very long time since I released a video between the last one and this episode. Obviously I mentioned at the beginning of this episode that I was sick. You can probably tell I sound a little bit better now in this clip than I did the one before. And that's because a lot of time has actually passed in between this clip and the last one that I had recorded. And that's because a lot of things happened in my real life. Aside from being sick, I actually sold my house, which is a great thing. It's a very good thing. But I got an offer on my house, and because of that offer, I had to do a lot of things in order for the house to sell. For instance, they wanted my refrigerator. I had to remove my fridge from my new house back into my old house. And then there was some things, they sent in an inspector right away, and they wanted a lot of things repaired. So I had to get that done, and I still had stuff at the old house I had to move. So basically just got super busy, just kind of closing the deal out on my old house. And so I'm happy to say that's all been done. It's all been done. I got all the items out of the old house, all the repairs done, and all that kind of stuff. So that is super awesome. I'm glad to have that behind me. Looks like I've sold 2 more books here, so half for me, half for Cub. Okay. And then also at work, at my real job, because YouTube's not my real job, for those of you that don't know. Otherwise, I wouldn't let it go for almost 2 weeks, or maybe it's been 2 weeks since my last episode. I was able to get a couple live streams in during that time at least, but I didn't have time for episodes. But yeah, YouTube's not my real job. My real job, I had a lot of stuff come up. Just really ton of work come up. There's some people on vacation for the summer and things like that, and I'm filling in for them, and I had to do all their work as well as mine, and just got really, really busy. So, okay, I gotta remember somehow. That's mine. That's Cub's. Okay, see if I can remember that later. Sorry, Cub, if I don't pay you soon. We'll get it to him. But anyway, guys, just a perfect storm of events in my real life, and I probably should have at least took to Twitter and let you guys know. I didn't even take the time to do that. I was just so super busy. But I apologize for that. I feel like I've been doing a lot of apologies lately. And hopefully now that the old house is behind me completely, we will be back on track. And I am ready to rock. I am so ready. I'm so in the mood to just start cranking out episodes and cracking on with HermitCraft. Oh, good to be back. So again, sorry guys for the delay, but yeah, real life happens sometimes and you got to deal with it, and hopefully it's all dealt with. So we will move on. All right, guys. Next. What do we got to do in here? Well, I have an idea for now, kind of around this. I want to do some things, and then we have to actually put in, where you're going to actually get the books from. So that's going to be next. I'm going to probably just work on that. I mean, the video is already a decent length, I would say. And so if I work on all of this on camera, it's probably going to get too long. So I think I'll continue with the jump cuts that we've been doing this whole video. And I'll go ahead and just start. I'll do one thing at a time. I want to decorate kind of around this tunnel. And we're going to have some actual librarians in here since it kind of looks like a bookstore, right? I'm going to bring in some librarians, or clerks, if you will, and they're going to help the customers out. So I guess that's next. Let's get to it. All right, there we go. We got the villagers in, and our clerks are now ready to sell books. Although these guys are just for looks, they're not going to be doing anything in here. You don't have to go see them and pay them or anything like that. But they are just for looks, and they do have trades of their own. I've been through a couple of them, and you can see I haven't unlocked all the books. So there's a possibility that one of these guys could end up with a really good trade. I would say that's good, but 62 emeralds is a lot. But Frostwalker's pretty cool. Anyway, I learned something during this, and that is originally I didn't have these fence posts in. I had regular blocks with iron trapdoors on top. And these guys were like, that's cool. This ain't holding me back. And they just hopped over it. And I don't understand. I don't understand. I thought you could only jump like one block. But apparently you can jump more than that. The iron trapdoor, I don't know how big it is, but I thought that was weird that you could jump over an iron trapdoor on top of a block. I didn't think that was possible. But apparently you can. And so I ended up just putting these fences in, and these guys, they don't believe they can jump out. But truth is, don't let him see here. He's looking away, so we can do this. You can actually jump out of there, but they're not doing it. Yeah, their AI says they can't, so they're not going to try, which is good. So now they're going to be in there, and I actually kind of like this better. It seems like the iron trapdoors are hanging over the fence posts a little bit, and so it seems more like a countertop, like you would see at a store. So that's good. That's good. And yeah, I don't know. It looks good. It looks good. We still got the books flowing through, and I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with it. So the next thing we need to do is actually sell some books. And you guys know, I mentioned it before, I was on the fence. Are we going to do some big redstone contraption to sell the books? Or are we just going to keep it simple and make a little trading center that you can just open it up and pick as many books as you want and put as many diamonds as that should be back in it, kind of like we have up top there, what we've always done with the mending. And I thought about it long enough that I realized keeping it simple is actually the way to go. You know, redstone would be cool. I gotta admit, you know, you guys know me. I like my redstone. But keeping it simple is actually going to be better for the buyer because they don't have to come in, deposit a certain amount of diamonds, wait for a book. You know, if they want more than one, do it again and again and again. They can actually just grab, 5 books and put in 25 diamonds or, whatever the case may be as far as sales price. So that's going to make it simple. And you guys know that my original design, I wanted to have bookshelves and have the chest be embedded in them, and that didn't work out. So I think I have an idea that's going to actually work and allow people to access the chest inside the minecart, and they'll be able to do that. And so we just need to figure it out one time, and then we'll duplicate it for as many different types of books as we want to do. Plus, I want to save an entire back wall here for kind of random books, because when I do fishing, I get a lot of random books, and they're going to have many different enchantments on it, and I think I'm going to make those kind of clearance items, where you don't have to spend that much, and you can get a book with 3 different enchantments, and you can choose which one you like, or take them all, whatever you want to do. And we're going to make them cheap, because they're random, and I get them from fishing, which is pretty much free. So that's the plan, guys. So now I need to make sure this is going to work out, that the little trading station's going to work. And once I can build that out and prove that it works, we'll go ahead and duplicate it across both these side walls for all the different types of books we want to do. So, all right, guys, let me get some stuff together, and we'll see if this works. Wish me luck. All right, guys, I got a design I think is going to work perfectly and sticks with the bookshelf theme. You can see I got a row of bookshelves, and all we're doing now is putting a minecart with a chest in it on top of the bookshelf, and we're just putting a stair, half slab, and another stair, and that makes it so you can still access the chest inside the minecart. And you can see I named it, so you know what you're getting. I put the menu books in here, and then there's a sign on top that will let you know how much it's going to cost. So it should be pretty simple. Now anybody can come up, just reach under the sign, take out as many books as they want, replace them with the diamond payment per book, and that makes it really simple to shop. And that's what I want to do. I want to make this Totally simple for anybody coming in to get the books they need, get in, get out, and no hassle. But I wanted to show you guys how I pulled this off, because this minecart shouldn't really fit in here. And so we got to do a little bit of finagling to make that work. So put down a rail, and you put down your chests in a minecart on top. You can see on this one, I'm going to do Silk Touch books. If I open it up, you can see Silk Touch books. I think that's probably going to be the next most popular one. I could be wrong. I never know what these guys want. But I'm going to put Silk Touch. I got a couple other things, unbreaking books, looting books. Things like that are going to go along this wall. Ones I hope are going to be popular. And to get that half slab in, all we have to do is kind of force the issue here. So if we put a block on the ceiling here, a piston under that, and then a half slab under that, we should just be able to power that piston, and boom, it pushes the half slab into the minecart with the chest in it, and we should be good to go. So simple as that. And then that's not going to go anywhere. You can see I'm bumping up against it. No issues there. And I need some signs, and we'll label this one Silk Touch books so people know what they are going to see inside that chest. And that will be good to go. So basically that's what I'm going to do all the way along this wall. And let's see, how much should we, I think we'll just make them all the same. So 5 diamonds each. I'm not sure if these books are going to sell at that price. Mending is pretty popular at 5 diamonds. Will Silk Touch be just as popular at 5 diamonds? I may reduce that. So I might have to rethink the pricing strategy depending on the type of enchantment. But for now, I'm just going to keep it 5 diamonds, and we'll see how it goes. So that's kind of the plan, guys. I got to do a few more enchantments down this wall, and then I'll start some down this wall. And then, like I said, the back wall is going to be this kind of clearance hodgepodge of books that I got from fishing. And those are going to be pretty cheap. People can kind of sift through a couple chests. I'm not going to make it fancy like this. But that's the idea. So let me get all that work done, and we'll see how it turns out. All right, guys. iBooks finally has new books for sale. No longer is it just mending books, which, of course, we still have a lot of mending books for sale for 5 diamonds each. But now we also have Silk Touch books. We have Unbreaking 3 books. We have Looting 3, Protection 4, Thorns 2, Sharpness 4, Frostwalker 2, Efficiency 4, and best of all, look at this, guys, clearance. We have an entire clearance rack on the back wall. All these books, 1 diamond each. All you have to do is come in here, find the book you're looking for. If you want Efficiency 4, you can pay 1 diamond for it if you find it on the clearance rack back here. Typically, I would put this in here for 5 diamonds. And I might, just because that's all it has on it. But these are books I got from fishing, so they're going to have multiple things, and I don't really feel like sorting through them. But look at that. There's a couple Efficiency 4 ones, and typically you'd pay 5 diamonds. Here on the clearance rack, nope, they're 1 diamond each. Great deal. Great deal if you're willing to come in here and search for what you want. And, oh, there's lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. Infinity, look at that. Looting 3. Good stuff, good stuff. Anyway, so finally, guys, iBooks is selling more than mending. I'm excited. I got this wall to fill up with some more enchantments. I need to figure out what I want to do. I got some things in mind, you know, Feather Falling. There's a few others that are still going to be really good. Infinity, things like that, that people might just say, that's the exact book I want. I just want that. Give me, I'll take it, 5 diamonds. Or, you know, if they feel like doing some searching, they have this back wall. They can do that to save themselves some diamonds. But yes, look at this place, guys. We have come a long way in this episode. I know it took a long time. Again, guys, I apologize for that. And hopefully now, now that I'm down to just owning 1 house and, you know, getting a feel of my new work schedule and everything like that, hopefully I won't get sick again. We will be cranking out HermitCraft episodes once again, back on track. And I really enjoyed being able to finish this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe before you go. And with that said, I will see you guys again next time. Have a good one, everyone.